lock in. The Last Honest Streamer. It's a video about queso.
And the internet loves the spectacle. The bigger it is, the louder it is, the more expensive it looks, the better it performs. Look at the top of Twitch right now. It's flooded with million-dollar mansions, celebrity subathons, streamers buying their 10th dream car. Everything seems to be built around the question, how...
I don't know. I'm going to have the take that I think the streaming world is pivoting back to desktop. And I think Jinxie and Queso are paving that. I think that there was this like year-long span of like IRL, big event, blah, blah, blah. And you? Well, no, I'm like way behind them on the streaming sense. On YouTube, I'm bigger than Jinxie, not Queso. But no, like Queso and Jinxie are like the desktop guys, you know? Part of becoming an adult is going to the doctor and checking on your health. But making an appointment and even finding a doctor can be a pain. And that is where ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video, comes into play. ZocDoc makes it easy to find local doctors that fit your needs and insurance. Just input location, type of doctor needed, and when you want an appointment, and ZocDoc will show you nearby doctors that you can schedule right away with a click of a button. I have alpha-gal, or the red meat disease, and before I knew I had it, I just started having symptoms of it. I was breaking out in hives constantly, and I had no idea what was wrong with me. I had never been to an allergist in my entire life, and I had no idea where any of them were or how to even get in contact with one. And when I went on ZocDoc and I searched up allergists, they showed me all the ones in my local area and helped me get an allergist that I needed. Being young does not equate to not needing appointments. Keeping your health in check matters, and ZocDoc is there to help you be proactive for your health. They have more than 150,000 providers with over 200 specialties in all 50 states. They also have real patient reviews and doctor profiles to help you find who you want. If you have a problem, get it checked out. And if you're young, get checkups. Even if you feel fine, it's great to stay proactive and have a baseline so you know when something's going wrong and when you need to change something alongside your medical practitioners, which you're able to find with ZocDoc. I know it seems small, but clicking the link in the description is the first step in prioritizing your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/Bartolozzi to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list. Thank you to ZocDoc again for partnering with us and for helping us take better care of our health.
How much money can we burn on camera? And then there's this guy. Queso is in
a 720p webcam in a dark room wearing a hoodie. Playing Fall Guys still. 50K viewers. Playing Fall Guys in 2026 and still pulling 50K views. Bro, that game is dead. That game is dead, and it's still so entertaining to watch him play it. That's like the weirdest. I think about that constantly. I'm like, Queso still plays Fall Guys. Like, that is, dude, he plays Fall Guys, and he has fucking 100x viewers versus Fall Guys player base. Like, I think he is single-handedly keeping that game, like, afloat. Like, monetarily. Like, I think if Queso didn't play Fall Guys, that game would just be dead. Like, no one would play that, and nobody plays it. Right? How many active players are on Fall Guys? This only might show Steam stats. Right now, there's 640 people on Steam on Fall Guys. That's excluding console players, but it does say on average, Fall Guys averages 1,000 players. That's bad. What's like a normal game? Like not Subnautica 2 or something that just dropped. What's like a game that's not popping but isn't dead? Don't say Fortnite. Fortnite's fucking still huge, even though it is dying. What's like, like Overwatch, or, you know, like Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is like a forever game. It's not like popping, but it's still huge. Yeah, they have 114,000 people on Marvel Rivals right now. 114K. Wow, they've actually been like doing pretty well. What's Overwatch at? I'm just curious. Overwatch is 64K on Steam, but they also have other launchers.
It's interesting, because on paper, he's doing almost everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage.
Queso, where'd he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even zoomed in or cropped.
His setup isn't designed to be some massive content machine. Half the time he's live, he's playing some random game most people have never even heard of.
Your costume sucks.
It's the slot machine, bro. It's the meta. Playing indie horror games is infinite content. There are, dude, I actually could play 5 hours of horror games every day for the next 6 years. There are like 100 new horror games a month.
Sucks, kid.
I mean,
and they're so fun though. It's just straight slop. It's like, dude, it's feel good content. Why don't you? I do. I play horror games every week. Not as much as Queso, but I play horror games a lot.
Your entire job is getting people to watch you. You don't turn down a Mr. Beast video. But Queso
No, you don't. I played the Family Trip the other day, which is a game where you go camping with like a divorced family and then everybody just dies. Like there's no plot. There's no plot. It's just funny though because the characters are so stupid. It's like, dude, oh my God, I was so high in that too.
did.
Queso did not respond to my message.
And somehow,
Bro, Queso don't be collabing. Queso don't be fucking traveling. Queso don't do really many sponsors. Queso actually could be, Queso's already still top 5 biggest Twitch streamers. Queso could be the biggest creator on YouTube gaming and Twitch-wise. Not even close if he just streamed with people. Like, collabs is like a cheat code for views. Like, if you fucking stream with another guy that's bigger, all you gotta do is just stream with people that's why you see all these top guys just stream with each other. Like, you see all the core guys stream with each other because it just fucking fills their view counts. Like, if Queso and Jinxie stream together every day, Queso would average 100K.
despite doing the opposite of what the internet tells creators they're supposed to do, he's still one of the biggest streamers on the planet. How does that happen?
Oh my God, he has the perfect audience, too.
The honest answer is that none of this should have worked, because Queso's had the odds stacked against him since day one. Case Baker grew up in rural Arkansas. His hometown has a population just over 1,500.
Holy shit. Queso's from Arkansas? I knew he's from the South. I didn't know what state.
Hometown has a population just over 1,500. It's the kind of place where a new Walmart makes the front page, and where the church
Oh my God, that's big news. That's big news in that city.
churches outnumber the stoplights. Towns like that don't have a lot going on. So, as a quiet kid, Case did what quiet kids in quiet towns have always done. He disappeared into a screen. In this case, a PlayStation. Call of Duty on repeat.
Disappeared, bro. I just feel like if you're a kid in Arkansas in like the early 2000s, because Queso's like what, 26, 28? I feel like, bro, you just playing old Call of Duties and riding dirt bikes.
And when YouTube started blowing up in the
Going fishing.
early 2010s, he was right there watching Nate Shot and
Queso is not 19. Are you guys on crack? Queso was born in the 90s, chat. Queso's way older than 19. That's an inside joke? Oh, does he say he's 19?
Optic Guys built something that didn't exist
Does he say he's 19?
a decade earlier. He watched gaming turn from a thing you did after school into an actual career.
Well, how does this sound? Making a living and even a small fortune just playing video games.
The biggest names were clearing their parents' annual salaries in a single weekend, and after watching that, it became Case's dream job. The problem was, he knew the odds, especially in his situation. His Wi-Fi was barely good enough to even watch YouTube. Uploading to it or streaming on Twitch, forget it. So he buried it. He graduated high school, bounced between jobs, often working 2 at a time, just to keep the lights on. For 6 years. 6 years of clocking in somewhere he didn't want to be. 6 years of watching other guys his age blow up online doing the exact same thing he'd given up on.
But more boring. But more boring. Dude, I think like 2019, this is just like, it's obviously subjective take, but I think the streamers that exist now are objectively more entertaining than the streamers from like 2018 to 2022. Bro, most of Twitch in like the Fortnite days was just people that were good at video games and had no personality. Like, there were guys that weren't that, but like pre-COVID, most of Twitch was just pro gamers. Like, that's it.
By the end of it, Case was broke. Burnout.
Like Ninja and Myth, Daquan, they were like the first personalities. Tfue, like they were the first guys that had more to say than he's cracked. Ludwig, bro, Ludwig blew up in like COVID. Ludwig was big in like 2020. Like, I'm saying pre that. I'm saying like 2017 streamers. Like Pokimane and like the 5 other people. Those are like the only people that are like memorable. Oh, Tyler One. Oh, never mind. My point is completely removed. Tyler One was the pinnacle of streaming. Oh my God, that guy was so entertaining. He still is so entertaining. Dude, oh my God. Tyler One days when he was banned from League, Delore. Never mind, I'm wrong. There are gems. There are gems, but they're far and few. That's Queso?
He was one bad week away from walking into a recruiter's office
That's AI.
and signing up for the military. Then his mom stepped in, and she asked him the question that changed everything. Why not take a real shot at
Wow, Queso was going to join the military.
the whole streaming thing? What's the worst that happens? Now, streaming is one of the most
That is him. It's just an older photo.
competitive jobs on the planet. And if
Dude, I'm going to have the take that I think Queso could just no warm-up bench 315. Like, he just has that fucking barrel build that's just like, he could just go he could just sit down on a bench, hit 315, get up and walk away.
you're like Case, trying to pursue it full time, you need to understand
It's not hard when you weigh 400 pounds. Queso does not weigh 400 pounds.
there's levels to this.
How tall is Queso? Bro, he probably was like 280. 300. If he's like 6'2", if he's like 6'2", he probably was like 300 pounds. Bro, weighing 400 pounds? I don't think you've ever seen somebody in real life that weighs 400 pounds if you think Queso weighs 400 pounds.
Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct
Sorry, what levels did he just say?
levels to this. Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct translation from Twitch viewers to money. So, for the sake of the example, we're going to say you reach level 1 at around 100 viewers. Once you're there, you can take the leap to streaming full time, which getting there sounds totally reasonable.
That's a very fair assumption. I would agree with that. I think it really is an average. Because Twitch viewers is so fluctuative on income off subs, how many cyclical chatters you have, how many hours you're streaming, and how many ads you're running, that, like, to be able to stream full time, I would say you have to average between 60 and 150. It varies depending on audience. Like, you could be a 60 viewer streamer and be full time, but like the average full time streamer that wants to make like 35K annually, you probably need like 120 viewers, and you probably need to stream like 50 hours a week.
It's not.
Which is more than a 9 to 5, but you're also sitting at a desktop.
Somehow convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to
Wait. What did he just say?
How convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform.
18.4 million people streamed in the last year?
18.4 million people opened up Twitch.
Wow. 18.4 million people streamed. Not even watched a stream.
And broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to level 1.
Actually made it to level 1. 100K. 18.4. Or did he say 8.4? He said 18.4 million people streamed last year. How many of them have 100 viewers? 100,000. I think there's probably 100,000 streamers that average over 50 viewers. Over 100, maybe 50K? 50K streamers? More? You think there's more than 100,000 streamers on Twitch with over 100 viewers? I don't know, man. There's so many spaces on Twitch. If you just scroll the gaming category, it's just like endless.
Seriously, throw a number out there. The answer is 165,000.
That's not that far off. I actually lowballed it.
500.
Yeah, 165,000 full-time streamers.
36. That's less than 1%. For every person who gets to level 1, there's 100 that don't. Every big streamer you see today spent days, weeks, if not months streaming to an audience of 0. I mean, take Jinxie for example. He streamed to just 5 viewers for a year and a half before he ever made it.
5 viewers? He's grinding!
And I'm throwing all of these numbers at you for a reason, because without them, you wouldn't understand how truly insane what happens next is. Okay, so hate to interrupt myself here, but let's say you're like Queso and don't love your day job. Maybe you're not all that interested in streaming.com to start your business today. Queso hit level 1 in the first hour.
God, man, it's like a fucking mind virus. You just know when an ad's coming.
1 in the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, yo.
Wait, what? Queso averaged 100 viewers in his first stream?
Today.
Because in like 24 hours, y'all took me from nothing to crazy.
You see, Queso hit level 1 in the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, y'all came through deep from the top, man.
In the days before he went live for the first time,
Oh, was he streaming on TikTok and like posting clips? Because I'm pretty sure he just, like, his first like half year streaming was just 2K, right? He was like big in the 2K space.
Queso was already laying the ground.
Isn't that weird how like most streamers, there's so many streamers like Aiden Ross and Queso. Who else streamed 2K and got big? Didn't Speed used to be a 2K creator? So many guys stream 2K and then abandon that shit. Like, cause fuck 2K. Los, yeah, Neon. There's so many guys. Kai. Kai was a YouTuber though. There's so many guys that streamed 2K, got big, and then just dipped because 2K sucks.
Groundwork. He spent days filming and editing clips of him playing NBA 2K23. And on September 10th, 2022, he uploaded 22 videos to TikTok. The next morning, he woke up to over 10,000 followers and a comment section flooded with one question. So that night, he went live for the first time and the floodgates opened.
When I look down and I see 126 viewers, bro, I cannot believe it.
From that day on, he followed the same routine. Clock into the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep it.
Oh my god, is that why his stream time was 6 p.m. Central? But now he streams at like 10, bro.
His eyes open.
He'd be running a night shift.
I don't want to go sleep, man. I don't want to go to work, man. I want another build, dog. All I want to do is make builds and play 2K forever. Why do I gotta go work?
After each stream, he'd find the best moments, clip them, and fire them back onto TikTok. The loop fed itself. Inside a week, he'd blown past 100,000 TikTok followers. Every stream was pulling 500 plus concurrent viewers.
Dude said, call the boss, quit. This your life now, cuz? Dude, imagine.
And the number that actually mattered, he was making more money streaming at night than he was at his day job.
And no, y'all literally just donated more than I make in a week in one night. Bruh.
But Queso kept his head on straight. What shows up overnight can also disappear overnight. So before he quit his day job, he needed proof that this wasn't a fluke.
That's so smart of him, man, because it is like, there's so many people that get big on Twitch, and for like a month, they're making 1,000 a day. And they're going, holy, I am set. And then they fall off. And now they don't have a job. So it's like, oh, fuck. You know, like that happens all the time. Amount of people, not less on streaming, more on TikTok. But like, that was like earlier. You remember the amount of content houses and shit? Motherfuckers just full committing to like moving across the fucking world, starting content up. Then they fall off. And it's just like, oh shit, I can't run this trend into the ground anymore. Like,
he made a deal with his chat, hit 5,000 Twitch subs, and he'd quit his job.
That's pretty fair. Because that was probably pre $3 split. So if he hit 5K subs, he's making 10K. He's making what, 10,250 a month? Or no, 12,500 a month off subs. So he's making like over 100K a year. And then he decides he could quit.
This today we're gonna remember.
Because that's secure enough to where if you fell off, you'd have enough leeway money. Wow, he had the zombie sub emote. Chat, yo, this is like recognizable to anyone that fucking streams. If you ever started streaming, this is like this is the default sub. Why it's a zombie, I don't know. This is like OG stream setup. Like this is like your 5th stream ever. Like you have the zombie. Dude, mine's the fucking Joe Bart. Mine's still the old one. I don't even know if my alert box works anymore. How do I test that? Well, it's and Finn for the sub. IX. Now Alex. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. I used to have that. I want to say, appreciate how much you are. Keep up the work. Oh, no. You can't have TTS. You can't have TTS. TTS can be really bad. No, I'm not keeping that shit. It's so distracting. I don't have my alert box anymore.
Remember forever, you feel me? This a day we gonna remember forever.
I could do a TTS day, but people just spam I. That or they say like some crazy shit. I don't think there would ever be a problem with TTS. There 100% would be. Max up for the sub.
You know I love y'all, man. Thank you, bro. It's all y'all, you feel me? Thank you, man. Full-time Queso in the building, and I'm laying in their mouth, too.
Within just a few weeks, it was a done deal. Case's fan base was new, but dedicated, and they wanted to see him pursue this thing full-time.
Like I said, I've been dreaming of wanting to, be a streamer, a content creator since I was 13 years old. I finally took the leap, bro. And y'all came.
I never dreamed. I never pursued being a content creator, but I always used to commentate my own Clash of Clans gameplay on the toilet.
Came through for you, boy.
I remember wanting to be like a gamer, but like mobile games. I remember I was like, damn, dude, how sick would this be to be like, yo, y'all remember the OG Clash of Clans creators? They would gem their town hall to like Town Hall 10, and I'd be like, dude, if I had the money to make that a YouTube video.
For real, y'all came through crazy.
All right, guys, so we're going to be doing a Hog Rider build today.
Now, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. His internet was still garbage, like genuinely bad. Streams would lag or even just end because the connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audience,
Holy shit.
and when you're trying
Was that download or upload? He has 1 megabit per second download.
connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audience, that's the kiss of death. If your stream ends, they move on to the next.
What does that mean? To download Call of Duty would take like 6 days.
Eventually, numbers started slipping.
I don't even know how he was live. Like, I don't know how he was broadcast. Well, streaming's upload speed, but him having a 1 download, I don't know how he was streaming.
For a couple months, it looked like maybe the whole thing was a fluke. Maybe the bubble had already popped.
You know, I seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all seen it dip to like, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under.
Then he picked up a different game. Hogwarts
Oh my god, Hogwarts Legacy is when he blew up, and that's like not that hype of a game. I remember seeing his Hogwarts clips on TikTok.
Legacy. It was kind of a weird choice. It had a totally different audience from the 2K crowd he'd built, but he streamed it anyway. Clipped a moment and posted it to TikTok.
Wasn't that like a bad game, most people would say? I feel like that game didn't do that great.
Well, I see the sun
That's even more shocking.
peeking through the window a little bit. Sleep schedule gone now. Gotta make Hufflepuff proud, though. Hey, it is.
I want to look at his Twitch tracker. Here's mine for fucking perspective. This is like every month you could see where the views up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You usually have dip months, peak months. Like let's look at Jinxie too. Jinxie was bottomed out for like 3 years. And then right around here, he just starts peaking. Jinxie's in like second arc right now. What is that face? What is that? What is that face he's making right now? Looks like a Queso. Wow, Queso's like the most consistent creator ever. Like, yeah, 600 views first month. Dipped down to 189 average in January of 23. And then he hit in January of 24, he hit 56K, and he has literally averaged that every month for 2 years. Wow. 60 seconds? Bro, he has like 1,000 hours in that game. Well, now it's probably a yearly salary a day, but I'm saying when he had 2,500 viewers, he was probably making like 300K a year.
Heavy, I mean it. At any given moment, there are about 3 million users on Twitch watching content. When you break down the viewer distribution by channel rank, the picture gets pretty clear. Out of the millions of channels on the platform, the top 250 pull over half the viewership. That's the difference between level 2 and level 3. While it seems like the easiest jump on the ladder here, it's actually the most difficult. There's a specific blueprint nearly every streamer has followed to make this jump. Here, I'll break it down for you. What you're looking at right now is 5 of the biggest streamers on the planet. Each at the moment they were averaging exactly 2,500 viewers. Pay attention to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks. There's no production value. They look like what they are, just guys streaming from their bedrooms. Now fast forward to when those same
Speed lighting off fireworks in his bedroom.
streamers are pulling 10,000 viewers a night. Everything's changed. The lighting's dialed in. The cameras are crisp. The rooms
Lighting is still not dialed in on Speed's camera. Speed had 100K viewers on a webcam.
The cameras are crisp. The rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in, and it all starts with one realization. At this level, streaming isn't just a job anymore. It's a business. And like a business, the goal is to make as much money as possible. The internet, for whatever reason, craves a spectacle. And the spectacle game is pretty easy to play. You've kind of just got to spend money to make money. The setup is just the start. Next comes the move to LA. Buy the mansion, drop the I just bought my
That's where I disagree. Next is the move to LA. The gun goes off. Nope.
dream car video. Hire a dozen editors to pump out clips around the clock. By the time you're clearing
Now in the streamer days, it's you move to Austin, Texas. That's where every fucking streamer on the face of the earth lives. Outside of like the core boys and like some OG streamers. Now it's I moved to Austin, Texas or Atlanta.
50,000 viewers, it turns into an optimization race. Every stream, every upload, every second of content is engineered to milk the cat.
Or they live in LA, but they own a place in Nevada and say they live there six months in a day out of the year, so they get state taxed in Nevada.
Cash cow. The longer you stay on the top, the more efficient it becomes. And weirdly, the more the internet praises you for it. But the spectacle only works if people are still looking. Relevancy is the whole game. The second your numbers dip, the money goes with it. So you're forced to stay visible. You hit the podcast circuit, impulsive on Monday.
6 months and a day, because it has to be your your property. Like, if you want to claim that you live somewhere and get state tax in that, because streaming, normally you're getting taxed in the state that you make your income, but streaming, you get taxed in whatever area you're in while you stream. So, like, streamers will try to say that they live in Nevada like 6 months out of the year. Not all of them. A lot of them just eat the taxes, but...
Day and blank on Thursday. You show up to every mainstream streamer event. You become a permanent fixture in the conversation because the conversation is the product. And the fastest way to stay in the conversation is to stand next to someone bigger than you. Take those same 5 streamers and pull up their biggest streams of all time. Ninja, Fortnite with Drake, Hayden Ross, the Donald Trump interview, Kai Cenat, the LeBron stream that pulled over 1 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah, but there's like certain streamers that only, like, there's certain streamers that collab in any way that they can, and then there's streamers that collab when they want to. Okay, there's three things. Streamers that collab with everybody they can, that is big. Streamers that collab anytime they want, and streamers that just don't collab. Queso never collabs. I feel like I collab infrequently, but like I'll do Jinxie's tournaments or gaming days. I might go to an event. Like, I did the thing with Jack Pembroke. Like, I might do streamer games or something, like shit like that. But usually, like, I don't go to streamer awards or I don't do that stuff. But, like, then there's streamers that just do every single fucking thing, any collab they could do.
That's the blueprint. I'm not necessarily saying it's...
He sometimes collabs with Sketch and Jinxie. Yeah, but it's like once a month. Maybe less.
bulletproof or
Queso is 99% a solo streamer.
guaranteed, but it's the safe route. Every streamer who's made it to the top 250 has run some version of that exact playbook based on constant evolution. But Queso ignored this approach altogether. His strategy is quite literally the opposite in just about every possible sense. The last time we talked about Queso, he was fresh off of Hogwarts, averaging 2,500 viewers. So let's run that same comparison from earlier and fast forward to when he's at 10,000. Not much has changed. I mean, sure, he did buy a new house, but he moved from a trap house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being held up with a vacuum cleaner.
If I don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall over. And then back here are my PCs. You can tell they're being held up by books as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow...
How, bruh? Like, bro, come on, just get a setup. Like, he has a sponsor with StarForge. He has a sponsor with StarForge PCs. He could get sent like $20,000 PCs for free, and he's holding them up with fucking dictionaries. Like, why are we doing that? Like, I just don't.
have gotten worse.
Chat, my stream quality is actually so crispy. It looks like it's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts,
4K, I literally could see the pixels on your face.
It's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week. Same time, same chat, rotating through whatever random games he feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this? Why is it on my front page? Playing it.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to get it.
This is the funniest dude on the internet right now.
Just plays the most random everything.
Queso, where did he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Because the game isn't the point. The chat isn't there for the games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the 10th time this month and narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh!
Yeah, he's like a different level of mainstream. He's somebody that you watch when it's like, I just want to watch a streamer versus I want to be involved with like the meta. Like people that want to be involved with the meta watch like the guys that collab with each other all the time.
Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared in a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh! Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic. And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Queso was averaging over 50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the #3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Like, my mind is weird. Like, in my mind, I still don't have the thought of, like, I still made it. Yeah. Because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get, like, lazy. It's going to go downhill. Yeah. You know what I mean?
By every metric the industry actually uses, Queso is underperforming. He's leaving growth on the table at every possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he could—
Oh, and I could tell his webcam is stretch resed. Like, his webcam is, like, fucked up. Like, it doesn't fill a 1920 1080. It's like he's like pulling it. Like, it's like and then he's moving it out of the way. Like, it's just so
Be twice the size he
crazy.
is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Queso never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things.
I mean, doesn't he have like a sick-ass warehouse or something? He showed that one time. He has like a sick-ass warehouse that's like really expensive with like a pool table. It's like a gaming area.
Creators go in with exactly that goal in
The hills?
mind. But Queso sits in this rare category of someone who actually reached the I made it moment and genuinely doesn't want it.
It was never about like being huge, just like, because it didn't matter the money. You know, I just wanted to do what I loved for a living. I could be, you know, pinching pennies to make it, but as long as I get to stream every day instead of go to work, I was cool with that. You know?
But to be clear, it's not like he's allergic to money. He's the #3 streamer on Twitch. The guy is doing just fine. But there's a difference between making money and squeezing every last cent out of your audience. He's never done any kind of subathon, he doesn't say yes to every brand that comes knocking, and he doesn't manufacture drama to give the numbers a little bump. The way he sees it, you can't leave money on the table if it was never what you sat down for.
Some of my most favorite jobs I ever had were the jobs where I was making pennies. Yo, I'm not even finna lie to y'all. I think y'all just donated more than my week's paycheck in one night. I'm talking about sitting in the parking lot of the dollar store, having to call my mom, be like, hey, can you spot me $50 for food for the rest of the week? But you know what? I was happy. Like, if I could turn this into something and just be able to do this with y'all every day, that'd be a dream come true. Yeah, I was broke, but it was all right because the job was cool. Dude, I'm not worried about Twitch ad revenue. I would rather people have a good viewing experience than make an extra, you know.
Bro, I'm telling you, he makes most of his money on YouTube like I do. Like, I think outside of it, he has like 100,000 Twitch subs. Outside of that, the majority of his money is probably from YouTube like me. I don't run mid-rolls. I don't think I get it if you're just a streamer, but if you do YouTube, bro, like I deadass could make so much more money if I ran Twitch ads. And I'm not sitting here on some high horse like, oh, I'm so great. I don't run Twitch ads. I just think Twitch ads are annoying as fuck. And it's like, if I hit on a Twitch stream and I get hit with a 5-minute mid-roll, I am tabbing out of your stream faster than a fucking lightning striking a fucking metal pole. Like, I am not watching that shit. I run pre-rolls. You click on my stream, you have to watch 30-second minute ad, then you watch my shit ad-free for 5 hours even if you're not subbed. Motherfucker sub, because I put that shit in sub-only all the time. But, like, that I'm not trying to paywall chat. It's just I have to sometimes. You guys get too riled up.
Whatever a month.
So that's the money half of the blueprint. The mansion, the supercar, the optimization strategy.
It's so different on YouTube. I've said this 5,000 times. YouTube ads, not intrusive. You get hit with an ad, it stops, you pick up where you left off. Twitch ad, you miss the stream. You just miss the stream. You miss 5 minutes of the stream.
But the blueprint isn't only about money. The other half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory. And the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida, and that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is
the furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or, wait. The furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or is he saying for a collab? He's scared of planes? The furthest he's ever traveled from Arkansas in his life is Florida. That's like 3 states away. That is actually crazy.
Is almost word for word the only existing footage of Queso.
Bro, he doesn't fly? Bro, still, I feel like he should get like a camper. Bro, he should buy a camper and get somebody to drive his ass to like fucking Alaska or some shit.
Outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up.
Because you could drive really far from the U.S.
Yesterday to me when
He got a Sprinter? Okay.
We were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie literally has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own stream setup. Like, he is the only one that's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time.
What? The first time he ever left Arkansas, he was in his 20s. He never stepped out of state bounds. I never knew that. I knew he was afraid of flying. I know he doesn't travel often. But I would have thought he was like, oh, yeah, I've been to, like, Key West once or some shit. No. Wow. He's never left his state.
You ever been out of, like, Florida? Or out of Arkansas, my bad.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just, I don't know, I'll be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long. I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Queso has won 5 different awards.
And the Streamer Award goes to...
Queso.
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 And he never there, bruh. It's always his face.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
I haven't. I've been nominated twice and I didn't go to either of them, bro. That's just in LA, man. I'm like, am I really gonna? I gotta fly out 6 hours to show up for 3 and then leave and fly back.
Mr. Beast tweeted you. Oh yeah, I talked.
I'd rather just stream. Like, is that fucked to say? Like, I appreciate being nominated, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna go to LA. Like, I'd rather just stream. Like,
yeah, I can't even go on.
It's different if it's like a big event, like Streamer Games I almost did last year, and this year I would love to do if he does it again, where it's like the Olympics and it's like 3 days of athletic events. It's like that I could reason in my head to be like, okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 days flying versus, okay, I'm going to fly out for a red carpet event, sit in a room full of streamers, get drunk, and then fly home.
Mr. Beast video due to fear of airplanes. Ain't that bad, chat?
According to the
It'd be worth a video, but I'm not getting a video out of it. It's all copyright. It's all what do you mean I'm getting a video out of it? I can't re-upload that.
Blueprint, all of those things just come with the territory of being in the...
Streamer Games could be worth a video. Streamer Games, I could show up, fucking, you know, eat shit on a track field, have like a funny highlight moments, and react to myself running. But like...
Top 1%.
Streamer Awards, it's not really...
But Queso is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once...
Great GamerStop's flavor. That was Goof Juice. I know it when I see it.
Even the fact that he's only left...
Code Bart!
...the state of Arkansas once, you start to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
Chat, I didn't tell y'all this, bro. When I was changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I was literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture
like he's gonna die, like physically, like cease to exist.
Someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not exactly what it is. At its core, OCD is anxiety. For Queso, moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had the chance to map out yet.
Like when I take my hat off and put it on the counter, same spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable. And for some...
Wow, that really explains why he hasn't left the state, though.
With OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chat, here's some lore for you. Every time I would leave to work in the morning, I would go outside my house and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times.
37 times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like just like feeling it lock?
I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house and check it another 11 times. And then I could...
Wow, that's like extreme OCD. I did not know he had that.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to
maybe a little exaggeration, maybe, but I feel like most of his stories are like full for real.
All the questions. It's his rules at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro. Like some people, bro, came up like, hey, yo, can I get a picture? Everybody started looking. I'm like, oh, man.
Bro, I don't dislike when I get recognized. I dislike when somebody recognizes me and then they just stare at me for extended periods of time or like tail me at a grocery store. That shit's creepy, bro. Just walk up to me. The amount of times I have motherfuckers huddle in a group staring at their phones and going, I just walk up to them. I go, hey, you know me? Like, let's get this weird shit over with. Like, I'm just going to break because either I'm going to sit there for another 30 minutes before one of them walks up to me, or I'm just going to walk up to you and go, you know who I am. And I'm not rude when I say it. I'm like, hey, I go, you know who I am? They go, yeah. I go, I'm just trying to break this. Because they make eye contact with me. They know I'm staring at them.
And dude,
the only time I really get tweaked out is when I'm like super high. Super high. They walk up to me, Joe Bart. I go, oh, no.
I was about to
oh no
pass out.
And then I'm gonna have a really awkward conversation. And one of these, oh, it was nice meeting you. And I think about that for about 5 minutes.
Man.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't. Never.
When he's at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No.
Bro, but that's so sad. It's like, bro, he has money to spend, you know? I feel like it's sick if he's able to, like, go and see shit, do shit. Fuck.
No joke.
The blueprint says the path forward revolves around a constant.
Fix your hair. That's worse. See, you fucked it up even more, jackass. Now it's going to sit like that.
State of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the more excited people are to watch.
What do you want my hair to be, like a perfect bullet? Like it's a Lego haircut? Just right onto my head?
But for Queso, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from 10 million.
Oh, the cooking
Say
stream.
it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the #3 spot on Twitch, almost nothing has actually changed.
You
0.01.
definitely gonna do this full time? Hey, I hope.
I don't understand how he was live.
Bro, CJ, that'd be a dream come true for you, boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true too, bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living, for himself and for the people he loves.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. We about to hit 10 million!
I gotta turn this off. Come on.
No way we're actually about to hit it. We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go! 10 million on YouTube!
His mom was there before any of this
That
made
is so sweet.
sense.
She brought me some balloons in here! Yo! She brought me some balloons! Balloons!
You can't see it.
Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money, before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
only one who pushed him to try streaming in
Oh
the
my god, that's like a happy cry moment, bro. That's so nice.
first place.
That's a dadgum
And his mom being so proud of him.
diamond play button! You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for.
My dad, for example, like, dude, his whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with do it with no
Bro,
complaints.
that's the biggest thing about manual labor, man. Like, especially like union work, like the money could be pretty good, but your body's gonna be fucked by the time you're like 50, dude. Anybody that's worked in like the electricians union, carpentry, construction, it's like you could do that and then you just have so many like you have the body of like a 70-year-old when you're 50.
I worked with my dad, and we were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling
HVAC shit,
under
yeah.
sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that, just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he loved.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna call my boss. I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living. But it'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man.
Yep.
But yeah.
So when streaming became a reality,
Bro said electricians. Yeah, if you're like if you're the dude standing out on the side of the road flipping a sign, but like electricians that are like climbing in walls, wiring shit, that's pretty rough.
he made sure that the
All right, maybe it was a bad example, comparable to like carpenters or like fucking construction. You know what I mean?
two people who spent their lives building
Why are we dissing electricians? Is there like a union? Is there like a trade beef with electricians or some shit? Oh no, they got it easy.
never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets to chill.
Yeah.
And they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we can all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. I was gonna say they're retired because you know, they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all.
Well, it's still a purpose. It's like they've been effectively retired from their job, but now they kind of like are mini assistants to Queso. You know what I mean?
All the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case, that's the whole story right there. In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Queso never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Queso has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
That was an amazing video. That was a good ass watch, bro. Oh my cinema. Oh, fucking golf cart W fucking YouTuber dude too. They put that together amazingly. Queso's greatest trait is this humility. It's like a regular person you want to be friends with. Yeah, he seems like a lot of streamers. It's like, oh, you kind of seem like just like a figure versus like Queso's just like a guy you'd see in a store.